Central Minnesota Sports Hub. It's the Morning Sports Desk, presented by Wadena's Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. Available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts, and streaming on YouTube.
Powered by Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade in Wadena. This is the Morning Sports Desk. I'm CJ Baumgartner, Corey Tackman over there. And Corey, our activities director, interviews every Monday continues. We're talking with Park Rapids area activities director Jeremy Nordick. And Jeremy, thanks so much for taking the time and hopping on the program.
Yeah, thanks for having me, boys. Always a pleasure joining you guys. Always look forward to visiting with you guys, whether we're on this or whether we're at some sporting event somewhere.
Well, we got a lot to catch up with and catch up at Park Rapids with the Panthers this winter. I know you're very, very busy. Let's just start this kind of open-ended. What are the Panthers most excited about here, activities-wise, in Park Rapids area here this winter? Well, just kind of like what I was telling you guys before we started recording here, but just looking at our schedules, the next 2 months, it's going to be busy. Aside from Sunday nights and Wednesday nights, we got something going on, whether it's a band concert or it's one-act play or it's basketball, girls, boys, gymnastics, hockey, wrestling, hosting 2 quads alone this week in wrestling. And, just those types of things. It's just kind of the way we go. I'm looking forward to it. It makes the winter go by fast, but at the same time, it's fun to watch all our teams kind of grow and compete and get better each night, which they have been. So going kind of across the board a little bit too with all our sports teams, it's a mixture of young and old. Got a lot of young kids playing, moving up in all our sports, and we got a good variety of seniors and everybody kind of in between too. So all these teams are kind of finding their way right now. So it's going to be interesting to see where Park Rapids athletics will be come March.
All right, let's start things off. Let's talk a little boys basketball. Just kind of give us the peek. How have things been rolling for them? What have you noticed? And what do we got to look forward to the rest of the winter?
Really the epitome of what I was just talking about there too. Got a mixture. I don't know if Coach Sanford has had really a firm lineup that he can really stick with. Those 5 kids that you're always looking for to kind of be that staple for your starting 5 and guys that you can rely on. I think he's at about 3 or 4 right now and rotating in the other 1 or 2 depending on matchups and whoever we're playing. But yeah, there's some freshmen that are playing. There's some seniors. So they're just kind of finding their way a little bit. A rough start before Christmas, but last night, I tell you what, they played DGF and played really well. Had an opportunity to win the ball game, and well, free throw line, man, free throws will get you. They went 15 for 34 last night, so that's not going to win you too many basketball games. I don't care what level you're playing.
It's
they're getting better.
Mm-hmm. You coach basketball for a long time too, yeah. and I know it's really easy to say like, hey, we use until the beginning of till the first of the new year to kind of figure out who we are and what we're doing. But it's funny when you turn the calendar over to that new year, and even though we're only a week in the new year, it's like free throws, fundamentals, shooting the ball, all that stuff comes to a head real quick.
Always, man. Yeah, I've been coaching it for many years. I figure you guys are going to ask me if I miss it, and yeah, the answer is yes, I do. But it's quite the overload when you got AD, football, and basketball, and my lovely family at home. So I mean, something had to give, but I do miss it. Just being honest with you. But yeah, going back to the basic fundamentals of basketball. Yeah, free throws, bunnies, playing tough defense at the varsity level. And layups, all those things, man, that just tie into winning games.
Yeah, exactly. Flipping things over to the girls basketball side of things, what are you seeing out of them? And just talk about their fundamentals and all that good stuff.
Really similar. Coach Brandt took over our girls program this year, and as you know, he's been coaching basketball here for a lot of years as well on the boys side. And he wanted to come back into it. Obviously, he was missing it too, and came back. And he's doing a great job with those girls. They kind of got a mixture as well. A lot of young kids, young and old. So they're still trying to gel and mesh a little bit. They've had some good moments. I think they're at about probably 24 out of 36 minutes of basketball. And sometimes those other 8 to 10 minutes can be pretty tragic at times. But, they're doing all the work, though. They're working hard in practice. You kind of peek in and take a look at some of these teams, and they're doing the work. So I think you're going to see them steadily improve throughout the year.
Yeah, I got to have had lots of opportunities to work with Coach Brandt over the years, and he does a nice job. It's nice to see him still doing it with the girls. Now, you mentioned, Jeremy, 2 quads this week for the wrestling program. That's just before we get into the wrestling, just as a program, as a community, to be able to bring in all of those other communities, all of those fans, get to see what Park Rapids area is all about. I think that's neat to host these bigger events at schools to show off a little bit.
Oh, very true. We're really proud of our facilities here. As the AD, I'm always looking to improve somewhere, wherever we can. You guys have seen our middle school. It's a great, big, beautiful gym. It needs some upgrades, but obviously, with that facility, we can host quads. Last year we hosted section individuals for wrestling, and it worked out great. And last night was awesome. We had Rosa, we had UCB, we had Badger Greenbush here, and it was a good crowd, good competitive matches all the way through. So that was fun to watch. And then tomorrow is going to be no different. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and just what's it like, to see that come together, and to see just kind of on the wrestling side of things, all that hard work pay off kind of this point in the year. And because the wrestling season, basically that January, when you talk to those coaches, is always kind of the big grind of the schedule that they're all preparing for. What are you looking forward out of them?
Oh, for sure. When you go up to that wrestling room, if you guys know, it's kind of above our high school gym, and it's in a sweat box up there. And those guys are working. And Coach Clark, he's been doing it a lot of years. I mean, I don't even think he wants to tell anybody how many years he's been doing it. But him and Coach Dravis, they've been doing it a long time, and they know how to prep our kids. And we got a lot of young kids on the wrestling mat too that are making their way. We also have a good crew of seniors there that are really tough and having a pretty good start to the season. I think by the time we get to section individuals, we should be in pretty good shape. Missing our heavyweight, my starting right guard, went down with an injury. So we're going to be reeling a little bit at heavyweight, but all the other weights we should be good to go.
Let's keep the ball rolling here on winter activities at Park Rapids area and slide to the boys hockey team. Yeah. How's the season going? What's the outlook for the Panthers?
Oh, they've played a lot of close games. They're sitting at 1-9 right now. I know that looks rough to a lot of people, but at the same time, if you've been following them, they've been improving and they've been getting better. There is some teams that are just at that top level right now. Obviously, anytime you play Warroad or East Grand, some teams like that, it's going to be tough. And Crookston, the other night, they came over with their 14 seniors and beat us up a little bit, but with the middle of the pack on down all the way through the 10 seed, anybody can beat anybody. And I know Coach Moore, he does an awesome job with our kids. And, by the end of the year, I think you'll see that we're going to be really competitive, and we'll add probably another 5-6 wins to our season there. At least that's the hope. And I know that that's his expectation, and I'm going to hold him to it. So.
Flipping over to the girls' side of the ice, what's happening there, and just talk about some of the things that you've seen in that aspect.
Oh, the girls' hockey? Yep. So we're co-opted with DL. Yep. And that's been going well so far. Obviously, we're a few years removed now from having our own hockey program. But looking at the youth ages and stuff, I know we got some parents and we got some people in our association that are working really hard to develop our girls' program. Coming on up. So I don't know where that's going to lead us in the next 5 to 10 years. I don't want to speculate, but I know our girls are having a great experience over as Lakers and doing a great job over there. So, they're enjoying it too. You talk to them about it, their experience with the other girls, they intermingle pretty well. And again, we'll see what happens down the line, but girls hockey is obviously something that we're proud of around here. And so in the future, if we can bring it back, that's something we'll definitely take a look at.
And
go ahead.
I was going to say, whether it's that youth hockey or whether it's the boys hockey, just talk about what that environment is like when that barn of you guys that you have in Park Rapids gets going. Just talk about that facility and just talk about what makes it a fun place to come watch a hockey game at.
The old potato factory. Yeah, no, it's fun in there, especially when you get a big crowd. Yeah, when you host those Pee Wee Mites and all those tournaments, Bantams, parents are all jam-packed in there. People are hooting and hollering. It's a fun atmosphere when it really gets rocking. We had a great crowd the other night for our varsity event too, which was good to see. So I know there's a lot of people in our youth hockey program that really want us to progress and be great. And I think most hockey programs say that, but we got the people in place that are doing the work. And I know that Coach Moore really is pushing hard on getting us up to one more level to be able to compete with the Thief Rivers and East Grand and some teams like that. So I think you're going to see again in the next probably 5 to 10 years, some of those young athletes that are coming up through that system are going to be pretty talented, and we'll have some pretty tough teams.
I'm gonna, if I can, just take a quick tangent. You were joking a little bit and laughing about Crookston's 14 seniors, and I think all of us understand the importance of just numbers in programs. It's not just hockey; it's in wrestling, it's in basketball. You pick the sport; it doesn't matter. Numbers at Park Rapids. Is it like? Is there are numbers coming? Do you feel like the community, like you just kind of at a plateau of where those numbers are at? And then as the AD, as a coach, your perspective on numbers in programs and what that actually means for building a program and success.
Yeah, that's a very good question. That's deep, Corey. But I would say throughout all of our sports, we have pretty good numbers. We are a little bit on the smaller end of 3A as far as football and right middle of the pack in AA for most other sports. And we offer a lot here, we do. And our athletes are kind of spread pretty thin. I mean, we got esports, we got FFA, we got all these other things that are going on along with our sports. And so we ask our kids to do a lot for us. And, that's a good thing. I don't want to pull away any activities and do that sort of thing. But I think adding activities, for example, I mean, there's a small push to add soccer. I think a lot of schools have that. And there's some schools that are talking about boys volleyball and things like that. We wouldn't be able to sustain. I think if we added another sport in any season, I think it would be a struggle for us. But right now, as far as our sports are concerned, our current sports that are established, I think we're doing pretty good. Looking at the young ages, there's some that could use a few more. And specifically, I'd like to see more boys swimming, but I think that's across the state. I know Coach Fritzy does an awesome job with our swimmers, girls and boys, and I know he's pushing the younger kids to jump in the pool, and as he should. I mean, it's hard to say. It's hard to predict the future, but looking at our junior high sports and looking ahead, I think we're going to be just fine. Our enrollment kind of dropping a little bit, but hopefully there's a little bit of an upswing here in the next 4 or 5 years with our kindergarten classes coming up.
All right. Jeremy Nordick, anything else that you want to talk about? Well, we got you here about Panther athletics and about stuff you guys going on at the school. The floor is yours. What do you want to get out here while we got you on?
Well, I think just the big thing is we talked about facilities earlier. This is the first year now our building project is done. And now we're just one big building, grades 7 through 12. So our middle school and high school are together, it's been great. Added a new gym, practice facilities basically. So along with our facility over at Century, which is pre-K through 6 now, really it's been great for us. So I just give kudos to our school board and our superintendent and ICS for doing the job. It's been rough the last few years trying to navigate around all these guys and and doing different things, and always having my football team move things, which is fine. That's what they need to do. A little community service, that's okay. But we're just really proud of it. Really proud of, our student body. Again, we are spread pretty thin as far as, guys that are participating in stuff, but we got a lot of kids that are involved in a lot of activities, a lot of talented kids too. Our choir concert last week, Christmas choir. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but getting up in front of a crowd and singing "Oh Holy Night," that takes a little bit of guts. Can get out there and play a football game or a basketball game, but singing a song in front of a crowd is just tough. And our kids just nailed it. Just little things like that. Our speech team, God, we got just talented kids across the board. So that's just something we're really proud of here at Park Rapids. Something I'm very proud to be a part of. Looking forward to what the future holds, just not only this winter and spring, but for years and years to come.
Park Rapids Area Activities Director Jeremy Nordick joining us here on the Morning Sports Desk. Jeremy, appreciate the time as always. Best of luck with those Panther activities this winter, and we'll look to talk to you when spring rolls around.
You bet. Go Panthers. Hey, thanks for having me, boys. Really appreciate it.
Once again, that was Park Rapids Area Panthers Activities Director Jeremy Nordick joining us on the Morning Sports Desk. Always appreciate getting Jeremy's insight and things like that on what's happening with Panther athletics, and always a great guy to talk to about what's happening up there, Corey.
I appreciate more than anything when we do these AD interviews when they are enthusiastic about what is happening at their school. And there's been a subtle shift in what AD stands for over the years. It used to mean athletics director, and it now means activities director. And I love that Jeremy talked about all the sports, but then went out of his way to mention speech, esports, choir, band, like some of those other things, and how involved all of those kids at that school are. It's so important. We don't need to go. We know how important being involved is for high school kids, and that school is allowing and is able to provide all those opportunities for Panther students, I think is really important. I love that he mentioned and brought those up too.
Exactly. As we wrap up the show today, Corey, let's talk about the good folks at the Piozza Ranch and FunZone Arcade in Wadena.
About a week ago was National Buffet Day, and the Piozza Ranch and FunZone Arcade has a world famous buffet. And the question really is, when you make it a buffet day, how do you make it yours? That's what's fun about the buffet, is you get to kind of do it the way you want to do it. So every once in a while we go through this, CJ, but I think now's a good time to do this here. When it's your turn to go through the buffet, what's your order of operations?
All right, so I go through the buffet. I go right to the chicken and mashed potatoes. I'm getting myself a plate of that right away. Get some chicken, mashed potatoes, a little bit of gravy. And if I see, maybe some potato wedges in there, I'll maybe snag one of those, or some of the chicken fries they have. I like to dip them in the gravy. That's the way to go. Get some, just a nice little dipping sauce for them. And then it kind of takes up the extra gravy on your plate that kind of seeps around just to make sure you can join that clean plate club. And then after that, I go to the pizza. And I go to, if the Bronco pizza's there, in. Canadian bacon, in. Pepperoni, in. Anything with meat on it, in. And I go back. I enjoy a lot of pizza along with the breadsticks. I will consume an unhealthy amount of them because I will eat a lot of them. They are very delicious. And then after that, I just kind of see, do I want a little more pizza? Do I want a little more chicken? I kind of then just mix and match based on what I'm feeling. But it's for sure 2 plates of that. And I go home and take a nap.
So, so you are at minimum, it sounds like a 3-tripper.
2.5 at the very least.
Okay. No, that's good. That's good. I am somewhere between 2 and 3. It depends on how much I load my plate up. My first trip through is always to the salad bar. Just like a regular old salad. Maybe we'll throw some of the bacon bits on there and some croutons, ranch dressing. I always do a little extra ranch on the side because then I go grab the chicken fries. And you go with the gravy. I dip them in the ranch. That's my kind of go-to. We'll maybe leave a little room for some chocolate pudding if there's chocolate pudding in the buffet. And then if there's space, we'll throw a slice of pizza on there. That's trip number 1. Trip number 2 then is back through. I want mac and cheese if it's in the buffet. We're absolutely throwing more pizza on there. If there's mashed potatoes, if there's potato wedges, it's just kind of I let my heart guide me on that second trip, I guess. And then the third trip, if there is a third trip, is the like dessert pizza, depending on how hungry I am, whatever. So I'm with you. I'm like a 2.5 or would be my average when I'm walking through the buffet at Pizza Ranch. Make it a buffet day when you visit the Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade in downtown Wadena.
Morning Sports Desk, powered by Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade in Wadena. We'll see you next time.
Powered by Wadena's Pizza Ranch and FunZone Arcade. Follow the Morning Sports Desk on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. And watch every show on YouTube.